Automatic account determination. So what do you mean by automatic account determination?
Screen visible only.
What do you mean by automatic account determination? So this is the FIMM integration. Okay. So if in the interview point of view, if somebody asking about the FIMM integration, you have to say this is the automatic account determination as one of the topic in the FIMM integration. Okay. So this is the FIMM integration. MM and FI integration. So what do you mean by automatic account determination? So when we are posting any receipt stock movements, or if we are doing any stock movements, okay, if in those cases we are getting stock document, it is posted material document. Along with the material document, there will be a posted one more accounting document. So if you remember that at initial stage, I just informing that every stock movement, that means whatever you are doing, everything you should inform to the finance team, right? So how we can inform to the finance team? By if it is valuated moments, okay, if it is valuated moment, it should be informed to the finance team that how it will be happening, how it is happening by GL account. That GL accounts mapping is we are doing in the automatic account determination. Okay. So what we need to understand here, every moment, every stock, every value moment, every value or stock moment, there is a material document created from the MM side. This is the MM side. Along with this material document number, along this will post automatically the accounting document also in background. So what we need to understand, if you posted the GR document, if you posted a goods issue document, if you posted the transfer posting, when you are doing this all the moments, okay, so we will have the two documents. One is the accounting document, one is the material document. Okay, and one more thing, it should be evaluated. If it is evaluated only, then accounting document will be generated. If it is a stock material only, then it will be generated. So if it is a value document value which is posted valuated stock, then only it will be posted values into GL account accounting document. Okay, so let's go to the automatic account determination. Okay, so the GL how the GL account okay, how the GL account capturing in every accounting document, that we will try to understand that. Okay, the first step is there is a different ways to capturing the accounting to capturing, not many ways. There is a different combinations we have to capture this GL account. Okay, so the first combination, with the combination, it will be 4 to 5 combination, it will be capturing the GL account. The first combination is material. Okay, so the material is linked to valuation class. Material is linked to valuation class in the Metal Master record. Did you remember that when you created a Metal Master record, okay, you are entering the valuation class. Okay, material linked to valuation class. Okay, so but if you see that I already explained about this valuation class. Okay, how you will get the validation class. It is not directly connecting directly from the, if you can say it is not material type, it is material type. It's not material, it's a material type. Material type is linked to validation class, but if you see that this material type is not directly linked to validation class. Okay, so how it is linked? How it is linked? There is a mediator which is account category reference. That means, okay, to connect between the material type to validation class, okay, we have the account category reference is a mediator. Okay, we are maintaining in the account category reference, we are maintaining multiple validation class, and this account category reference we are assigning to material type. This is the one combination. Okay, and before going to this one, okay, I need to just tell to one more thing. Okay, we already discussed about this one. The valuation should be happen. Valuation should be happen at valuation area level. This valuation area we already discussed, right? Valuation area at plant level or company code level? Valuation is, it is a plant level or company code level?
Plant level, I think.
Yeah. So valuation is a plant level, right? So this is the one. Valuation should be happen at valuation area level. That is a plant level. Okay. And now coming to this, the next, this is the one combination. One is material type, account category reference, and valuation class. So this is the one combination. Valuation class is the one combination. Okay. One parameter with, so there are so many parameters which to capture the GL account. Valuation class is the one of the one of the component, one of the characteristics. Okay, these two these combinations. So then, if you go to the next one, this is one combination, right? Then next go to okay, let's open the system. I will show you the first one. To SPRO and material management, and then go to valuation, and then go to valuation account determination, and go to account determination with wizard. Okay, now if you see that, define valuation classes. So first we will create a account category reference. Okay, this is mediator, and then valuation class. Okay, that valuation class we are assigned to the account category reference. Why? Because we cannot directly one material type to one account category. So there was cases like one material type have a multiple valuation class. Okay, so while assigning single material type to multiple valuation class, okay, we just taking reference, we just taking mediator as an account category reference. That account category reference we are assigning multiple valuation class. Now, if suppose if you see that in the list of this valuation class, if I just filtering that, okay. Let's filter the account category reference. Okay, let's filter the account category reference. If I just filter this account category reference 0001, okay, when I just assign this 0001 account category reference to material type raw material, suppose let's assume that I'm just assigning this account category reference to material type raw material, okay, then these are all valuation class will be captured in the material master card. So you can assign 3001, 3002, 3003, 3004, 1010, 1234, something like that we can assign. Okay. So if you need multiple valuation classes for the single material type, okay, you can create here with reference of the account card reference. Okay. So this is the one which we discussed as of now. The next one is this I already explained, right? Violation grouping code okay, not this one. Group together violation areas. So here, when we just talking about violation area, this is the plant. Okay, that plant which is assigned to company code. So let's say I have a plant like 1100. Okay, the 1100 we are assigned to 1000 company code. That 1000 company code it is assigned to chart of account. So if you see that at initial when we creating enterprise structure, okay, we also discussed about the chart of account. Okay, this company code is assigned to this chart of account. This chart of account have the multiple GL accounts, right? So this the point what you need to understand. Okay, company code already assigned chart of account. Okay, this chart of account have the multiple. This chart of account is having the multiple GL accounts at branch level. Okay, the GL accounts which we can find from the chart of account. Okay, now valuation area. So I'm just talking about valuation area. Okay, valuation grouping code. So why we need valuation grouping code? Okay, in case if you want to segregate the GL accounts on each plant level, that means for plant 1100 I need separate GL account and plant to 1200 I need separate GL account. Okay, why? Because if you see that the GL account which is assigned at the company code level, right? The company code level have the different multiple GL accounts. But again, if you want to segregate the combinations between the different plants, okay, then you can use the valuation grouping code. Clear? The combination here is valuation area and company code and chart of account combination. We are creating account category reference. Valuation grouping code. Valuation grouping code. Right. So, did you understand why we are creating valuation grouping code?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand why we are creating valuation grouping code?
Sorry, no?
Why we created valuation grouping code?
Valuation.
If you want to be segregate the GL account for each plant level, then you can go with the valuation grouping code.
Yeah.
Okay.
Different plant, multiple GL accounts.
Okay. See, if I have the 1000 company code.
Yes, sir.
Okay. In 1000 company code, I have the GL account like 3000000. Okay, and I have the 3000001. Okay, again 3000002. Like I have the GL accounts which is like 3999, and I have the GL accounts. Okay, now it is at company code level the GL account. Now, if I assign that at company code level, what will be happen for all entered plants? It will be the same GL account. But my client requirement is, boss, I need to be segregate in the each plant level. Okay, the stock value I just want to show this 1100 plant how much raw materials we are received. Okay, for ROS material, and again for plant B. Okay, and again they want to be segregate the each GL account. They want to be separate GL account to maintain. Okay, in that case, what I will do, I will create the combinations like 1100, 1000 company code, and the valuation. I will create a valuation grouping code for this as a 0001. Okay, now let's create it, and 1200, 1000, and the combination valuation grouping code. The combination I created is 0002, and again 1300. Okay, 1000 valuation company code valuation grouping code is valuation grouping code, I just created the 0003. Now, when I'm just receiving the raw materials, okay, ROH raw material, okay, I have the ROH raw material, which is like material type, ROH material type. Now I just want to be segregate my client document is when it is posted 1100 plant. Okay, I just need to get the 3000 this GL account I need to capture. If it is 1200, okay, then again I need to be capture 30001 and again 1300. 1300 again I need to be get something different GL account. If we are not, we don't have this valuation grouping code, okay, this if we don't have this valuation grouping code, I cannot segregate this separate again. I can do 3000 3 lakhs GL account only for the all the plans. I can do only one GL account for the all the plans. If I need to be segregated each and every plant have a different GL account for the raw material posting stock movement, then I need to be use the valuation. Clear?
Yeah, clear.
Okay. This is the one combination. This is the combination of one. So which we already discussed. One thing is valuation class and valuation group combination, and one more parameter which is the company code already assigned to chart of account. Okay, that is the one combination, chart of account. Chart of account. Okay. So this chart of account, valuation grouping code and the valuation class, three combinations. Now the next is movement type. Okay. So based on the movement type only, I can say that which GL account should be posted, which GL account should be posted as debit and credit. Why? Because we have the different scenarios, different process, different stock movements. Okay, yeah, each moment if I don't have the separate GL account, again it will be confusion. Why? Because consumption account will be some cases consumption will be triggered, some cases loss gain account will be triggered, some cases PRD account will be triggered, some cases stock inventory will be triggered, some cases again consignment process will be triggered, subcontracting job work related, all these different scenarios. So here the how we can differentiate the process here based on the movement type. Okay, how we can differentiate the stock movement is based on the movement type. So we have the standard movement types which is like from 101 to 101 to 899. So generally it is a 899 movement type. Okay, whatever it is between these movement types, all it is standard. Okay, if you want to create any customized movement type, you can go with the, we can start with 901 movement type. Okay, clear? Now, okay, each movement type is a one process. Okay, if I am taking a 101, it is a goods receipt. Again, if I take the 102 cancellation, again 103 GR with the GR block stock, 104, 105 like this, we have the multiple movement types. Each movement type have their own functionality. Now, how the system will understand that which GL account I need to be captured for the which movement type, which for stock movement, which GL account have to be captured. Okay, the standard SAP which is already provided, the combination which is movement type. Okay, this combination. Let's go to SAP again. It's disconnected. So go to account determination here, configuration, material management, and the material management again, valuation and account assessment category, and account determination with without wizard. Okay, now if you see that this is the accounting grouping for movement types. Okay, so there is a combination. So if it is a goods receipt, whether it is any special stock procurement or not. Okay. If it is a goods receipt, whether it is value update or quantity update. Did you remember that value update and quantity update we discussed at the material type level? Okay. If it is stock, we need to post in the location that is quantity update. If it is value, we need to post to finance accounting, then it is value updated. The check boxes we are discussing the OMS2, right? Did you remember that? OMS2, we went to OMS2, that means material type configuration. And in material type configuration, if you go to raw materials, especially for the raw materials, I'll just go to quantity update, value update. These two combinations, right? So the combination, if it is updated quantity update, then the stock will be updated in the location. If it is updated value update, then it is updated in the accounting data document level, right? So this combination, okay, again, if it is non-valuated or valuated or value updated, no quantity updated, this combinations again, okay, and whether this is a movement, whether with purchase order, with production order, okay, with reference to delivery note, like what reference you are doing, okay, again, this combination, okay, and this is the consumption related, if anything which is related to consumption, okay. So those cases, which is consumption, asset, sales order, project, okay, which related. This all combination, the SAP which is already predefined the value string. Okay, we cannot change this value string. Okay, it is a standard one. Okay, so these combinations, whatever we discussed about the combinations, okay, the SAP which is already defined the value string, in under the value string, they are giving that what is the transaction event key, okay, what transaction event key should be triggered, okay. So what do you mean by transaction event key? Transaction event key will give that exactly what type of the stock movement, what type of the accounting document should be triggered. Like suppose if I'm doing the consumption, okay, for this consumption again, SAP standard they already predefined that, okay, GBB is the standard one which accounting number. So I will show you that how it will be worked, okay. Now just try to understand this. Now, so movement type level, what you understand here, movement type, which combination of movement type and special stock movement, okay, and next, what is the combination next? Special stock and quantity update and value update and process. It is that, okay, where is it? Okay, this is movement process, okay, concept movement or movement code or process code, or you can say process code also, no problem, okay. And 10, and other combination which is like other combination is consumption. If it is related to consumption, again consumption type, consumption. Exactly, we can, if we want to exactly want to maintain, okay, movement and consumption. Okay. Okay. So this combination, okay, already SAP they are defined value string. Each value string have the multiple transaction event key. Okay, multiple transaction event keys. So now the multiple values, this combination, the transaction event keys which is already defined. Okay, then if suppose I'm doing the goods receipt, okay, let's say example, goods receipt I'm doing, okay, now let's say goods receipt is 101 movement type, okay, with purchase order, with combination of with purchase order. So the first thing is what movement type you are using, 101. What is the special stock? It is standard without any special stock like sales order stock or something like we are not using. So suppose it is standard, okay. Now quantity update is yes, quantity update, and where yes, value update. Okay, yes, value update, and If you see the moment, it is moment code is purchase order with reference of purchase order we are doing. Under consumption, no, there is no consumption here. It is a standard one. Sorry, it is a direct stock entry. So this combination, the SAP provided that WE01 stock valuation string. So if you see that, we'll go for this one. The first step is moment type is okay, 101. Okay, and value updater yes, quantity updater yes, no stock, no special stock, and moment indicator. What is the moment indicator? Which is purchase order, right?
Purchase.
Moment indicator. Okay. So we can say it is a B. Okay. So it is a B. Okay. And there is no consumption. Okay. Now see here this combination, the SAP which is provided by WE01. Okay. So like SAP already defined a predefined valuation string. Okay. Just try to understand it is not we don't need to be remind this completely, but we need to understand how it is capturing. Okay. Okay. Now, what will be happen if you go to valuation string? If you go to valuation string here, okay, each valuation string have again, each valuation string have the suppose. Let's go to W01. If you go to W01, if I just click on this one, each W01 have the multiple transaction event keys like BSX, WRX, PRD, KDM, EN. So that means SAP he already predefined that there might be chances of the getting this transaction event key based on a process. If I'm okay, so if this combination in the WE01 combination, okay, there is a BSX, WRX, PRD, KDM, EAN, EKJ, BSP, FRL, FRN, BSX. That means when these combinations are captured, these combinations are successful, okay, based on the process, there might be getting you these transaction event keys. Okay, so generally if we are posting the inventory account, then BSX account will be triggered. If we are posting the GRAR clearing account, then it will be posted WRX. If there is any price difference between the standard and purchase order price, then it is again PRD account will be triggered. Okay, again exchange rate, there is a currency exchange which is there. Then so like we have the different transaction event keys. So we need to be remember these transaction event keys at least for the our process. Okay, some of the standard regular transaction event keys are there. At least we need to remember. So what are the we need to remember majorly? If it is like BSX, so GBB, and WRX, okay, and PRD, okay. So which like KDM, okay, again in the GBB there are different again FRL. So we need to understand, okay, this transaction event keys at least when you will get this transaction event keys. Okay, when you will get this transaction event key. So generally BSX will triggered when it will be triggered. BSX will be triggered. So you need to be remember this BSX means inventory posting. Inventory posting when it will be happen when you are doing some adding the stock or the issuing the stock, right? So those cases always BSX will be triggered. Issuing the stock from your location, receiving the stock from your location. Those cases BSX will be triggered. Again, when I'm just talking about the GBB, okay, it will be consumption account. When the consumption will be account will be triggered, there might be some consumption related. It might be you are issuing to the cost center, okay, or it is a direct consumption, okay. Any cases which is related to consumption, all in this case, here GBB will be triggered. And WRX will be triggered on GRAR clearing account. When we will do GRAR clearing account, when you receive the stock from the vendor, and if you still not clear the invoice, then the GRAR clearing account will be showed as debit and credit, right? Depends on the process. Okay, so that WRX will be triggered when you are receiving the stock, and if you have the balance between the GRAR, the GRAR clearing account should be cleared. Okay, that it will be triggered in the WRX. Basically, it will be triggered when you are receiving the stock from the vendor, goods received from the vendor. Okay, again the price differential PRD. PRD will be triggered when you have the price difference between the standard. Okay, if you maintain the material price as a standard and you are receiving in the different price rather than the standard price, then the price difference will be go to PRD. Okay, so like every transaction event keys are the we have the own definition, but as a consultant, at least you should be know uh, some of the transaction event keys when it will be triggered. Okay, it is very difficult to I know it's very difficult to understand each and everything, but when you are doing the keep on practice and looking into the your accounting documents, then you will be understand. Okay, when I'm just doing the 201, okay, I got that GBP. Okay, when I'm just doing the 101, okay, I got the WRX and BSX. Okay, just try to understand that when there is a stock movement, what accounting documents will be triggered. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
clear.
now this is one combination. Okay. So now how many you got now? One is the chart of account. Okay. And one is transaction event key. And the next one is valuation class and accounting grouping code. Accounting grouping code. The next combination is there is one more combination which is like okay. We have account modifier. There is one more concept like account modifier. What do you mean by account modifier? What is the difference between the transaction event key and account modifier? What is the difference between the account modifier and transaction event key? Okay, account modifiers are we are using especially for the consumption account. If suppose my client requirement is was I am using the consumption account, but in the consumption only we have the different scenarios. Like we are consuming for the production, we are consuming for the maintenance, maybe we are consuming for the subcontracting, we are consumption for the okay different again scrapping and okay so those cases. So how does if the client is asking that I need a different GL account, okay, for the each and every process for the consumption. The consumptions are different ways, right? We can do different ways of consumptions, right? The product we are consuming in the different ways, right? So those cases, how we can segregate the GL account? We can using the account modifier, okay, and will be differentiated the different GL account for the each and every consumption. So the majorly account consumption, account modifiers defined at consumption account level. Consumption for at consumption transaction in case we have the majorly for consumption transaction in case majorly we are using account modifier to differentiate consumption the different type of consumptions. Type of consumption. Okay, this is different type of consumption. Okay, so now you let me know what is the transaction event key for the consumption here when we discussed about GBP, right? Offsetting entry, right? So this GBP have the different multiple account modifiers. Multiple account modifier. So how we'll understood this multiple account modifiers, different GL account. If you see that, okay, here if you see that we just talking about the consumption, right? So if it if it is a consumption again related to subcontracting or if it is related to some cost center, it is different kind of consumption we have, right? Okay, when these combinations which is there, okay, the transaction event key which is assigned to account modifier. Here we are defining the account modifier. So SAP they provide account modifier. If you still want to be create a own account modifier, you can also create. Okay, let's go to one example. Okay, if I go to 201K to 201 moment type. Okay, if you see that, okay, I'm just especially I'm showing here. Okay, period combinations here. Okay, see here, this is the 201. Okay, 201 is the especially for the goods issued to cost center. That means we are consuming the stock for the cost center. That means for the especially for the some department, finance department or HR department. Okay, those cases. Okay, now these cases the offsetting entry will be triggered, GBB. That means consumption account will be triggered. So again, if you see that 261. So again, if you're talking about the 261, okay, if you're talking about the 261 here, again, if I'm using this for the production, again I'm using for the this production. Okay, if I just go to again 543 movement type, okay, again if you're talking about 543, okay, here also I'm doing the consumption. Did you remember subcontracting process? We are doing consuming the products for the preparing the finished goods. It's not our own production. It is the subcontractor production, but we are giving our materials to consume. Okay. Now let me know how we can segregate the GL account. If suppose tomorrow my finance team is asking that, boss, what stock you are consumed for the subcontracting job work? Okay, how much stock you received? How much stock you received back? Where is the balance? Okay, so in that case, what you will do? You are going to this GBB and especially for the VBO. VBO, we are define the other GL account. If it is a cost center, if they are asking about the cost center, okay, again for this cost center, again it is defined account modifier as a VBR. That means VBR combination I will be assigning the 2000 series, 2X series, and if it is a subcontracting related, then I will be assigning 5 lakh series. So that I can differentiate the GL account and I can say that, okay, immediately if I go to that GL account, I can say, okay, boss, this is the value which is posted for this subcontracting and this is the value which is posted for this cost center. Okay, clear? Clear or not
Yes,
clear?
sir.
Clear?
Yeah, clear. Account
Okay.
modifier.
So to differentiate the process of consumption, different types of consumption, what we are doing, we are using the account modifier. So now you understand, right? Account modifier. What is the purpose of the account modifier, right? So now this is the one combination, right? Account modifier is a combination, one combination account modifier. Okay, this is the one combination modifier. Okay, now these are all combinations. These are all combination. We will define the GL account. Okay, what is the GL account debit and what is the GL account credit? Most 99% we will be using the same GL account for the debit and credit to tally the accounting. If we are using multiple different GL account, then again the balance we cannot understand whether it is cleared or not, plus or minus it is cleared or not. So we are using mostly in the same GL account for the debit and credit, right?
Now, based
So this
on
is
material, based on material group also, GL account trigger automatically.
no. This that is the different scenario. That is for the services. So in the
Okay.
services, if talking about the services, okay, uh, we cannot, we are not to say it's exactly metal group, okay, but what will be happen? We don't have any metal master record for the services. Okay, those
Okay.
cases, what we will be have the we have the metal group. Okay, we will be fixed there. Okay, but it's not for the. That's why a different scenario. We'll discuss about the when we are discussing on the services, how it will be captured.
So
Okay.
based on materials, these are the required.
Yeah. So this is a material and material type. Okay. Even for if even for these consumptions and RTP, returnable transport packaging materials, all the pipelines, everything, it will be worked based on this scenario. Okay. Clear?
Yeah, clear.
So now what you need to understand, okay, the first parameter is chart of account. That is that chart of account will be picking the chart of account which is capturing from the company code level, that company code and have the chart of account, that chart of account have the GL account. The first thing, okay. The diagram will be like, you see that there is a combination like 1 and again 2, again 3 and 4, again 5, 6. Okay. Now if you're talking about this one, this is the GL account. Okay, this is the GL account. Okay. So the first thing is, if you are talking about this chart of account have the valuation class. Okay. So chart of account, COA. Chart of account. Again, if you're talking about the valuation grouping code, you can say VG valuation grouping code. Valuation grouping code, and when I just talking about this one, account modifier. Okay. Okay. Now this is the valuation class. Okay. And when you're just talking about this is the account modifier. Okay. So when just talking about this one, the parameters, the chart of account which we are assigning, we have the GL account. Okay. And valuation grouping code and the account modifier and violation class, okay, and account modifiers. Sorry, violation class and account modifiers. So when all these combinations, okay, it might be some scenarios which is we don't need account modifiers. Account modifiers will only get at the time of only consumption account. So some transaction event case which is not required account modifier. So like we have the we need some combinations only for the especially some transaction event case, not all. So when so all these combination we are assigning the GL account. Okay, that GL account will be hitting at the time of stock movement. Okay. Now see in the SAP how we can show you. Okay. Go to material management and go to logistic valuation class, valuation account modifier, and account automation would be job, and go to this one here. If you see, okay, so not sorry, it's not this one. Configuration automatic post here. Okay, here, if you go to account, so these are the transaction events here. Okay, this is the transaction code, OBYC transaction code. So these are the standard transaction event case, which is the they are defined for the each and every process. There is a one transaction event keys. Okay, the inventory account, which is the BSX, and change in the stock movement, BSV. Okay, again revaluation and purchase account. Like we have this different. Okay, I will show you one combination here. If you go to BSX account, okay, stock account, I just double click on this one. Okay, so it will be asked the chart of account. What is the chart of account? So at company code level, which we are already assigned, right? So I just want the system wants to be checked at which company code for this. So when I assign a chart of account, that system will try to get all the GL account from the this chart of account, and then after chart of account, it will be asking that valuation class. So which valuation class combination? If I have the multiple raw materials like raw material for the oil, raw material for the stock, raw material for the okay screws, raw materials for the something, we have the different raw materials. So those cases we can assign the based on the each and every valuation class, I can differentiate the my GL account. If you see that 3100 have the different GL account and 3050 has a different GL account, 3040 have a different GL account, like I can define the different GL account. Okay, clear? If suppose I just go to GBB, okay, if I go to GBB, consumption account related, okay, again here the combinations are valuation modifier, that means account modifier, that is we just talked about that. Okay, if you want to be there is any special account, sorry, it's not account modifier, it is valuation modifier. That means this valuation modifier is nothing but like a valuation grouping code. Okay, the plant I just shown right initially for each plant we are assigning the account grouping code. Okay, and again this is general modifier. If you're talking about general modifier, we're just talking about just now we're talking about account modifier, right? If you remember that, we're just talking about the account modifier in the top. Different business process we need to be different consumptions account. We need to be triggered the different account modifiers. Here we're just talking about multiple account modifiers, right? That is a multiple account modifier, BSA, BSV, VAX. Okay. Then it is a valuation class. So again, this combination I'm assigning this GL account. So it is not like that every time the account modifier will be hitting. Okay, it's not like that every time it is account grouping code is mandatory. So it's not like that. Okay, if you are assigned if you are assigned the account grouping code, okay, if you see, if you can go to the here, okay, here if you are assigned account grouping for the grouping code for your company code, then you obviously need to be define the account grouping code. If you are the particular plant have a different valuation grouping code, so that you have to be entered at the time of the again when it is posted a GL account. Okay, so these combinations the GL account will be hitting. Again, what GL account should be triggered, what GL account should not be triggered, that depends on the again OBYC configuration. In the OBYC configuration, first you need to check that what is the transaction event key. First you need to be check transaction event key. Where is the transaction event key? Readiness. Okay, this is chart of account, valuation grouping code, account mod. Okay, account modifier I entered 2 times. Okay. Transaction event key. Okay, first it will be check the chart of account. So first you need to check the transaction event key. So all the business process have the standard transaction event keys, which is already SAP provided. I already explained that in the valuation string we have the different transaction event keys. So depends on your process step, the system will trigger the which transaction event key. Okay. So for the first step is it will be check the transaction event key. You have to check that which transaction event key, and then it will check the what is the chart of account. Again, then it will be check the valuation grouping code. If it is a different plant and it is assigned valuation grouping code, then okay. Again, account modifier. If it is especially for the consumption account, then it will be check the account modifier. And the valuation class, it is depends on the material type. Okay, the materials we are already assigned the valuation class. That valuation class we are capturing here. Okay, that valuation class. So these all combination we are assigned the GL account. So when you are doing the goods receipt with purchase order, when you are doing the goods receipt with purchase order, the system will check all these parameters. Okay, if it is everything it is hitting, okay, then everything it is maintained the GL account, then it will be triggered a GL account. If this combination, the GL account is missing, then the system will give you the error message. The GL account is not defined for this. That means the account automatic account determination mapping not done for this transaction. So please do that. So you will get the OBYC. You will get the OBYC error. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Clear? Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
So any doubts?
Yeah, no.
So this is the automatic. So this is a little bit strictive. Why? Because you also need to be do some practice, and
Yes.
you also need to be understand the business process, what transaction event case which will be hit. Okay.
Yes.
So then only you'll be understand that where it exactly it is hitting. So
Yes.
that's why we'll be initially we are showing that all the business process. Then only we'll be explaining about the automatic account determination, so that you will understand that okay, when I'm doing the subcontracting, I have the 6 entries. For each 6 entries, we have again 6 transaction event keys. Again 6 transaction event key. Maybe if you have the account modifier, consumption account, again that is the further, again we have the separate transaction account modifier. So this combines how the GL account which is hitting. Okay,
Yes.
clear?
Yes, clear.
Okay. Okay, just give me 2 minutes. Okay, I'll come back. Okay, so let's try. We'll define one GL account, one class first. We'll define one valuation class. Okay, I'll show you one example. Okay, so let's create one valuation class. Suppose it is like 3999 valuation class which I am creating in the 0001 account category reference. Okay, which I'm just taking a reference. Okay, and this is a valuation class raw materials. Okay, but especially for the oil which I'm just defining different. Okay, now just defined my own valuation class with account category reference. Okay, this account category reference which is assigned to material type. So go to slash and OMS2. Okay, here you can see that for a material type level you are assigning the account category reference. So if you go to raw material, okay, in the raw material you see that I just assigned the my account category reference for this material type. So this is 0001 which is assigned. Now when I'm creating the material master record, when I'm just creating the material master record with ROH material type, okay, let's say I'm just creating raw material ROH and anything which I can, okay. Let's say AC, okay, acid. Okay, I'm just creating this one material which is creating. Now I'm just going to the accounting data directly. Okay, and the plant is 1100. Okay, something I'm just entering here, which is a important mandatory field. Now, if you see the valuation classes here, okay, let's see that I can get my valuation class which is defined. Okay, see here I defined the valuation class 399. So this valuation class raw material oil which we are defined. So I'm just assigning here this valuation class here. So when you are using this material, okay, when you are using this material, if you're trying to post any GL account, okay, if you're trying to post any stock movement, okay, the system first it will be checking that, okay, whether the GL account it is assigned all the combination. Okay, let's we'll do one thing. We'll create the complete material number. Okay, first we'll create one complete material number 01. Okay, I'm just creating basic data, purchasing data, and general data, and accounting data. It is already there. Okay, I'm just creating this one and 01. So material group. So this is already created. We just extending to the other parameters. So I'm just taking the material number. Okay, I'm just created. Now I'm created a material number here. This is the material number. Now I'm just trying to post some postings. Okay, let's try. Okay, if everything looks good, we can I can show you the account determination error. Okay, now I did as of now I didn't done any automatic account determination for the valuation class combination. Okay, now I'm just trying to do this material. I'm just trying to post some stock. So hope you understand what I'm doing. What I'm doing, you understand, right? I'm
Yes,
just
sir.
trying to post some stock in the my inventory, my material. Okay, but one thing you need to understand here, I didn't done any configuration for this GL account assignment for this material, this valuation class. Now let's see if we can get the error message or not. Let's check. Okay, see if you are getting the problem like boss, this is the chart of
Yes.
account and this is the combination and this is the again the combination BSA. There is no GL account which is not assigned. Okay, now I'm just go to again OBYC, no OBYC, and go to first. What is it? What you need to understand first? What is the transaction event key? So it is a GBB transaction event key. Okay, so let's go to GBB first. And what is the transaction? What is the chart of account? INT. So enter the INT chart of account. Then again, I just need to be checked that the valuation grouping code. Okay.
001.
Again, the combination which is like 0001. Okay, 0001 is the evaluation modifier, and the general modifier is the BSA. Okay, so I need to create a new entry. Okay, in this new entry, first is the valuation grouping code 0001. Okay, and the second one is BSA. This is account modifier, general modifier. Okay, and then this is the valuation class. This 0009. Now I need to assign the some GL account here, debit and credit. Okay, if I assign this one, then only the system will be triggering to the posting. The posting will be happen. Now what we'll try, we'll copy from the existing one. Okay, we'll copy the combinations GBB. Okay, and go to INT, and INT I'm just going to the existing one. Okay, which they have the BSA account. Okay, so I'm just trying to copy from here. Just select this one, copy here. Sorry, just click on create button. Okay, 001 and the combination is BSA. Just select this one and copy button is there. Just copy. Okay, and change the valuation class 3999. Okay, now I just maintain the combination between whatever we get the error message, we just validate it. We just maintain in the configuration level. Now go to back and just click on check again. Okay, that one okay. Okay, so if you are now we get the this accounting error. This is for the stock account. We did for the consumption account as of now, but we didn't done for the stock entry. Again, for one debit entry is done, but the credit entry is not done. So again, I have to go basics. There is a basics. So here the basics is there, INT, and the combination it is blank. Okay, stock account entry. for stock account entry, we don't need to be maintain a separate GL account. We don't need to be maintained a separate account modifier for the for stock account, right? It is not a consumption account, right? So here now I just try to check that 3999 which is not there. So I'm just copying this one and putting here. Okay, 3999 the moment type variation. Now I'm just saving that. Now we maintain the automatic account determination for this also. So just check and go post again. So it is posted. So let's try now. Let's check that whether these GL accounts are correctly posted or not. Go to this material document number, go to document info. If you see that this is the one material document number posted and FI document number is the additional which is posted. Okay. And here you just click and go to and inside the we'll check that what is the GL account which is the GL account which is hitting that those we can check that. Okay. Clear?
Yes, clear.
So here why it is not triggering this GL account. Might be the price will be we are not maintain the price because of that it is not posting any accounting in it. We'll post one more time. Again, why? Because in the this is the initial stock inventory, right? So we also need to be mentioned what is the value of the product. We don't have PO, right? What is the value of this one? So when you post 561 moment type, make sure make note this one 561 moment type when you are doing. You also need to be entered what is the stock value. Then only it will be stock posting to the accounting data. Okay, now
561, no?
Yeah, 561. Why?
Okay.
Because we don't have PO, right? What is the price? And we maintain the moving average price in the middle master record. Okay, that's why. Now I just trying to doing this one, check and post. Now the accounting interest will be triggered. Make sure. Okay. Now if you see that, if you go to FI documents have the accounting document. Now you got the accounting document here. The accounting document again, one is inventory account, one is for the consumption account. So where we can see this transaction event key, if you go to display has a list in the top and go to click on here, and if you see that there is a transaction here. Okay, so just select this transaction, move left side and copy this one. You can see here BSX and GBB.
BSX inventory raw material.
Yeah, this BSX which is assigned to this series account and GBB consumption account which is assigned this GL account. Clear?
Yeah, clear.
So like we need to do the for other things. If you have the own plan, suppose you have the own plan, what you need to do if you want to be separate GL account, again you need to be maintain a validation grouping code. You can define ABCD also. You can define 0001 also 0002 like also. Okay. Okay, and account modifiers again. If the consumption account, if there is any copied movement type, customized copied movement type, like I just need to be separate for the scrapping, separate for the cost center issue, separate for the again in the scrapping we are doing some valuable products, non-valuable products. You want to be differentiate this again for the different GL account, then you can create a one movement type and you can define the own GL accounts. Okay, and this valuation class anyway you know from the metal master card, and this is transaction event case which is standard, and the chart of account which is assigned at a company core level.
Yes.
Right?
Correct.
So just try to do this one. Okay, if you still have any doubts I can clarify tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay then. So any doubts?